Nintendo finally has a response to why the Wii and DSi eShops are still offline. The Kirby and Forgotten Land reviews are in. And a light gun for the Switch? What? Yep, there's some interesting news out today in the world of Nintendo. So hang on, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's check out the latest Nintendo news today. So in yesterday's video, I covered news that the Wii and DSi stores are completely offline for re-downloading of software. There's also been no response from Nintendo at all, until today. Yes, we finally got an answer. Kotaku themselves reached out to Nintendo and finally got a response from them, albeit it's not much of an explanation. Nintendo is pretty much just saying that the Wii Shop channel and the Nintendo DSi shop are currently undergoing maintenance, and that is pretty much the reason why it's down. We don't have an end date, we don't know when it's going to go back online, no other reasoning, no other answers other than that. But at least they gave us a response. But like I said yesterday, Nintendo has always intended to take away the ability to re-download games in the future when those respective eShops were closed. It is going to be the same case with the 3DS and Wii U eShops. In the meantime, I'm pretty positive that sooner than later, the eShops will be back online for re-downloading. But, I'll emphasize this from before, you should look into ways of preserving and backing up your libraries for both platforms. That way you can secure the games you bought and can be played in the future, especially if something happens to your console or handheld. But that's just my PSA for today. And some really awesome news! The reviews for Kirby and the Forgotten Land are in, and judging by those early reviews, this looks to be a fantastic entry in the Kirby franchise. It seems like the game is taking a lot of cues from 3D Mario, which is definitely not a bad thing, and it seems like it's going to be a joy to play for those who get the game. It's currently averaging a solid 85 on Metacritic, with 65 reviews at this time of the making of the video, which for those who care, that's pretty great. I'm super excited to play the game. I've always had a soft spot for the pink puffball, ever since I played Kirby's Adventure for the NES, and it's really trippy to hear that Kirby is now 30 years old. Where did the time go? I'm excited though, that it's taking the formula into full 3D, which was something that was initially talked about for the GameCube years ago. After all these years, it's finally coming to fruition. For those on the fence about getting this game, I say check out the demo if you haven't. If you like Mario or 3D platformers, you'll probably like this one. Yeah, Kirby games are pretty easy, at least for the first go-through, but they are generally a joy to play and very fun, which is what has always attracted me to the series. Anyway, I am planning on getting this game this Friday. I'll probably end up reviewing it for this channel too. If you plan on getting it as well, let me know in the comments down below. Finally, in today's news, we might potentially see a light gun for the Switch. Maybe. Nintendo Life interviewed Forever Entertainment, the publishers of the upcoming House of the Dead remake, which by the way is looking pretty good. We got some interesting details from that interview. First of all, a single player will be able to wield two Joy-Cons at the same time in an upcoming update called Cowboy Mode. For those who are old enough, you might remember that for those arcade light gun games that had two guns, it wasn't uncommon for a single player to start a two-player game and just play it by themselves. I mean, I did it back in the day. It was pretty awesome. So it is nice to see a few nods to arcade yesteryear in that upcoming mode for the remake. And the second piece of news coming from that interview, gyro controls are being supported for both Pro Controller and handheld mode. It is a nice touch that a number of shooter games on the Switch have, and when it's done right, it can really help with aiming. I mean, I don't tend to use it myself, but I know some players swear by it. But the final piece of news coming from that interview is that Nintendo Life questioned them about a possible gun peripheral for the Switch. And they replied yes, they were actually working on a few different ones. Didn't come to fruition just yet, and that maybe, just maybe, one will come to life. I am really excited to hear that. As for myself, I have a soft spot for light gun games. I have quite a few of them in my video game collection, and when the Wii came out, I got a bunch of them for that console too. Now, obviously the Wii used the Wii bar to track movements, but it still was a fun way to play those Zapper-style games. I am all for those style of games making a comeback, and I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that the House of the Dead remake is good, so that could possibly happen. I can personally imagine a holder for the Switch just like the Wii Zapper, and I would most certainly use it. Those that are watching, what do you think? Would you be interested in seeing a Switch gun peripheral? Also, which light gun games would you love to see come to the Switch? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, that is today's news. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you appreciate it. Judging from the early response to these videos, it seems like viewers really like these videos. So the plan is to continue to pepper these in when I have time for them on the channel. Anyway, if you're not a subscriber, well, consider hitting that sub and bell icons so you're always able to see when my new videos go live. There's new videos each and every week on this channel, and you don't want to miss a single one. But for now, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.